been a while since I've done any readings. Kudos to those who can read consistently, but it takes a lot of energy out of me. So I will continue to come on here when I'm guided to. And it's a really beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest today. As I went to start this video, you get the crows back there hanging out, having a whole ass conversation. So there's that, that's cool. I also forgot my phone, so we don't have any music, we just have the sounds of outside, so we're just gonna go with that. I'm gonna read, honestly I'm not really quite sure, I'm just going to get the intro out of the way and then we'll dive into it. So this is gonna be a collective reading. We'll do separate signs later, so. I ask my guides, my galactic guardians, my angels, my archangels, my ascended masters, my ancestors, please help me to set my ego aside so that I can give the message that is in the collective's highest good. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You may be holding a lot of energy in your shoulders. This right here, doing this is a really good way to work your shoulders out. Some of you guys may be seeing things that you wouldn't normally see in the physical, even though you know it's not actually there on the 3D, it's there. That's confirmation for somebody. Okay, let's see here. Let's do Sacred Rebels. Whoa! Somebody is coming to life. Pull out these. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. This deck is by Alana Fairchild. It's a really powerful deck. When I bought it, I had a lot of imposter syndrome about reading when I first started reading. I think I started in 2018. I had a lot of imposter syndrome around it. And as a Libra, sun and moon, I felt I needed to know every aspect of it before I really started. And it was just kind of like one day messy action. I started reading the cards until it got to a point where I felt like I connected with these cards enough that I could just read them. So it's been a while, but let's just see what messages I get. What's going on for you guys? Somebody's really focusing on what you can, not just your own light, but what your light brings to the world. You're learning that the power of attraction, like I always say, focus is consent. There's an awareness that your focus is now consent to the things that you bring into your reality. This new birth that it's like, I'm hearing new earth, but it's like your part in new earth is being super guarded, not just by you, but by your spirit team. You're coming out of the storm. That's a really beautiful card. It's a really powerful card. I'm hearing octahedron, but I don't think that's an octahedron. This owl's like, looks like it's coming out of I don't know if that's the moon or the sun. You can depict that either way. I would feel like it would be like the moon, a time of unknowing, a time of not knowing, things being hidden for you, coming out of that and being guided by a higher wisdom and awareness. One is a new beginning, which you also got the new birth card here, but that I keep hearing octahedron. I don't think that's an octahedron. I'm not quite sure what symbol that would be, what sacred geometry. I'm sure it has a name, I just don't know what it is. Apologize about that. Yeah, it's like Pandora's box was open, and where so many people would have been shifted internally in a way that they would be unable to alchemize it. You have found a way to work towards you. Like, people have taken stones, right? Not just people, but like life in general. Things have been thrown at you, and where most people would crumble, you have found a way to use those as stepping stones to the next level. And you're guided by inner trust. Your inner trust is coming through. You're very focused on what it is you know to be true for you. Wow, that's really pretty. So you could resonate with an owl or a peacock being your um, like your spirit animals. Oh, there's also a crow. There's also a crow. I didn't even see that. Wow. There's also a crow in here, which is funny because the crows were like literally singing that as soon as I clicked record, they started singing. And now that I've started the reading and I'm reading it, they've stopped. But yeah, so there's something to do with crows, and crows get a bad name. I love crows. I think crows are one of my favorite animals, like one of my top 5. They're incredible, incredibly smart too. They remember everything. So there's a peacock, and then there was an egg in the middle of that. So it's like you may be guided by your spirit animals, and if you don't resonate with these, this could just be a confirmation of spirit animals guiding you. Um, this is a 44. There's 2 that came out here. And that's 11, 23. So you're like, so the beginning of this is focusing on the light to diving for light, right? Whatever this is, it's you're bringing into life this new. I honestly feel like it's a new version of self. Interesting. I've never seen this card like this before, but I'm seeing it as you're sacrificing the past version of you. I think this one came out first and I flipped them wrong. But it's like you're sacrificing this version of you to come into this new version of you. Yeah, she feels, she knows. You know what's up. And also the peacock feather there again too. Anything else? So many owl cards coming out for you. Like there are so many owls. I mean, I feel like owls are really significant to whoever's watching this. They're just reminding you that you have the power to be the creator and not. How would I explain this? I don't usually watch movies, but I needed a comedy, so I watched that movie Free Guy, and it's about. I think it's called a non-player character. I don't do video games too often, so I don't know the terminology, but it was like a movie about how he was someone that's supposed to not be able, like he's programmed to only do like 5 to 10 things, and that's what you do. That's just who you are. People are going to come shoot you and do all these things, and that's just part of the game. You're part of the game. This is reminding you to, like, I think he eventually like put some glasses on or something. He put the glasses on, and it took him from being something that was unable to shift the circumstances to being a creator, to being a player of the game instead of an NPC is what it was called. So that's kind of the only way that I can feel like I can explain that, is that they want you to be the creator of your reality. You have a choice to be both. You have the choice to be an NPC, a non-player character, where you're just going along and you're like kind of droned out, or you can be the creator. They want you to be the creator. All right, move any cards here, please. Just clarity couture make. Hello, sunshine. It's kind of wild when I came out here. When I came out here, there were so many clouds, and now I look around like there's a few clouds over there, but all blue skies. It's powerful stuff. That's powerful, powerful stuff. If you're a light worker, go outside. If it's cloudy, I guarantee you'll clear it up. It happens every time I'm outside. I live in Oregon, where it's cloudy a lot, but no joke. I'm not even making this up. I can go outside, and the clouds will clear. Even if it's only a little bit, it'll always be right where I'm at. It's really awesome. At first, I thought it was like my imagination. Now I know it's not. And then the sun will shine, and then the sun will start shining right on me. Like, hey, what's up? That was co-creation. That's what we just did. All right, gain control of emotions. Gaining control of emotions allows for deliberate creation. Again, so be the hunter, not the hunted. Okay, that's the card that came out last for the Sacred Rebels Oracle. Gaining control of emotions allows for deliberate creation. So the way to do that is to meditate, to sit in silence. And it's really, really hard to do that if you have any trauma. So the way to work to meditation, if you have a lot of trauma, a lot of past things that you really are having a hard time dealing with, just because time, it requires time, you know. Yoga, yin yoga in particular. Yin yoga is so punk rock. Oh my god, yin yoga is so punk rock because it sneaks up on you. And you're like, oh, it's not even hard. Like, you just like sit there for like 20, like, it's punk rock, because what's happening is it's releasing emotions in your body, emotions that are stuck. Like, when I started this reading, my shoulder started hurting, and that's emotions stuck. I'm channeling someone's stuck emotions. So the yin yoga will help like release those. And then once you, don't be surprised if like you're chilling and like out of nowhere you start ugly crying. It's totally normal, because you're releasing things that have been stuck in your body for sometimes years and years and years. When I first started doing yoga, I released things from my childhood. And the way that you know that you're releasing things from a specific time is you'll see like a memory, like it'll flash in your, you'll just think of it. And that's sometimes all it is it's just an instant thought that like flashes through. That's a memory that's releasing, it's being released. And if there's an emotional release with it, allow yourself to do that. All right, let's see what else we got here. DNA upgrades are healing and rewriting belief systems that no longer serve you. So yeah, there's a lot of, well, especially with the Schumann resonance right now, but there's a lot of DNA upgrades happening. Tons and tons and tons. Where there is pain, there is growth. So like right now you're feeling a lot of pain. Just remember what they said, like growing pains, right? So the pain that you feel right now is a type of pain that, it's like you can't get to the next level unless you stretch yourself in that way. And sometimes that requires a little bit of stress too. Deliberately create using focused intent. Yeah, they're just going back to creating your reality. Like, are you focusing on pain, or are you focusing on what you want? What can you gain from this pain? That's nice. Never heard that one before. All right, I'm going to leave it there, you guys. I hope that this helped you. I'll try to check in a little bit more often. Namaste.